Welcome back to the Milestone Moment, where we interview top producing agents, ask them how they got their start, and a little bit about their business. Today we have Jacob Weaver. Jacob, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
So tell us, how did you get your start in real estate?
Fell into it.
Okay.
Now, kind of standard story in some ways. Long story short, I actually come from electrical engineering.
Oh, interesting.
So my background, I went to school for it. I ended up working for the government for about 4 years right out of school. About 6 months into that, I realized that my gray government cubicle was probably not where I was going to be
And
for the next 40
it's your
years.
life. It's literally going to be a career in that cubicle.
Yeah, we're talking about moments, right? It's like I had a coworker who'd been there for 43 years.
Oh my God.
And we were writing the same technical paperwork, and he was making like 30,000 more than I was. And I'm like,
flashing back or flashing forward. This is not.
That's exactly the thought, and it clicked. I was like, I don't think this is where I need to be.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, my ladder was on the wrong building.
Sure. And what year was that?
That was 2012.
Okay.
So 2012, and that actually led to my now wife. We purchased our first investment property together.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was the kickoff. That was the
You saw the process, said, hey, this is something that I really enjoy.
That's right. So we bought that first one. It was a standard, sweat equity type play.
Sure.
Fixed it up, did some landscaping, and ended up renting out to a couple of buddies that I hired in with at the shipyard.
Nice.
And from there, it was like that was the best income I ever made. It was those first couple checks on my desk every month, and that's what that's what got the ball rolling.
Oh, cool. I love that. And then did you join a team initially, or how did you get started as far as building a business?
I wish I would have. The first 5 years, looking back, totally hacked my way through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, just
as
grit,
most of us do. Yeah.
Open houses, hustling.
So I actually came in kind of through the investment side.
Oh, good. Okay.
So that first, little fix and flip or the first BRRRR property, that was the start. And then I realized I needed some more capital. Mm-hmm. And so got really into the wholesaling side before it was as popular as it is now. And so my whole goal was to get myself out of my day job through wholesaling.
Yep.
And I did. So it took me about 18 months.
Okay.
18 months. And that was, I would say, was the first stage of my real estate career. It was that first, 18 to 24 months.
Yeah. Just
getting your bearings, just when you jump in, there's so much to learn about. There's so many different niches. There's so many different ways to make a living in real estate. That was kind of the first phase of the career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then obviously, team-wise, tell us about, and you've now built it to a team.
Yeah.
Tell us about your team and how you function, because you guys have a high-producing team at this point. That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you. So second phase was really all about creative finance and doing things in new and innovative ways that other agents, wholesalers, professionals didn't necessarily see. Mm-hmm. And so I'll keep that part brief, but that was just a lot of creative finance, lease options and loan wraps, subject to type deals, creative type structures, which in 2018, which kind of leads to the production side, really got more serious about, brokering real estate at a higher level. Uh-huh. And so that was kind of the moment when we realized, hey, we could, instead of fix and flipping properties like we were, we live in a great market.
Right.
I'm sure you feel the same way compared to some other parts of the country.
a couple other markets, and yes, this is the Seattle market is a great market.
It's incredible. The price points are relatively high. We work with a lot of people who are highly educated and really fun to work with. Yeah. And so that's when we had the realization that, we could do very well on the deal making side as opposed to the project management side.
Love it. Yeah.
And so that's 2018 was when we really started to get more interested and involved in, development real estate.
Wow.
And,
relatively recently, you built that very quickly. So congratulations on
thank you.
Turning the corner in that way, which is, a testament to the business you built.
Yeah. It's been a fun run, and from that 2018, kind of that first luxury new construction project that we were a part of, now my wife's in the business. We run a small team. We've got, social media in-house, and we've got a really nice tight group that we're having fun with.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, this show, it's the milestone moment. I think I warned you about this question. Yeah. What is that moment where everything changed for you? Or what do you think is that moment of milestones?
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah, that's such a great theme of a show. Like we all have those moments where it's like a before and after moment, right?
It's like that book where something changed, like which ending you want or which story you take, right?
That's right. So for me, like back in 2018, I'm sure you probably remember this, like Q3 of 2018, there was a little bit of a dip in the market. My wife and I had like six fix and flip projects going at the time, which was a decent amount of exposure, right? And none of them were
moving.
Yeah, none of them were moving. None of them were moving. So you're just kind of bleeding cash, and you're like, again, just
cut loss, or what do you do?
Yeah, you're trying to reposition properties.
Yeah.
So we had one in particular over in Bremerton, and it was that deal that we were like, we needed the cash for, like to keep everything going, right? And we pull up to it. It was a Friday afternoon. And we were supposed to close the next Tuesday. Okay. So we're at the finish line.
Right.
We're at the finish line. Loan documents are in. Like everybody's signing on Monday.
Yeah.
So what had happened was the inspector 2 weeks before had
check the water.
You're right on the money here. So the water. I had the water turned off. It was a flip.
Yeah.
And so the inspector came in and flipped open the valve, and the stopper was in the sink, and we walked in, and 2 days before I had turned the water back on, right before closing, and the water had just been running for like the last 3 days. And so it actually, our brand new flip that we're 3 days away from closing, we're ready to move those funds to our other projects that we're trying to get through. So this is a very long moment, right?
It's compelling.
It was a devastating moment. It was rough. Yeah, so we walk in, brand new. Our first daughter had just been born. She was like a couple months old. We've got all these other projects going on. Walk into 6 inches of water in the basement. The kitchen was ruined. The bathroom was ruined. Most of the first floor was ruined. Oh my gosh. And so we had to go figure it out.
Right.
Had to figure it out. And so the moment happened. That weekend. So we're like, okay, we have a basement full of water. Yeah. We were relying on the revenue coming in on Tuesday. Yeah. What do we do? Right. And we were actually taking our daughter and our dog on a walk across Magnolia. Like, the bluff, beautiful views. We're like, okay, we got to get ourselves out of our head. Let's go for a walk. Let's figure this out.
Something's gonna happen.
Exactly. So we're walking, and there was a property on the bluff in Briarcliff that was listed for $5 million. And I saw the sign out in front, and it was the moment that I was like, you know what? That agent, their commission is going to be about the same as our profit that we were supposed to make on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think there's a better way to do this.
Love it.
And so that was the moment that we really decided, hey, I think investing in real estate, amazing. We still do, right? There's time and a place for it. However, our skill set, it's like, this is the moment we actually can level up and just go sell better properties.
Right.
Instead of fix and flipping, let's just go sell better properties.
Love it.
We have an area and a location in which we can do that. We've got compelling prices. Yeah. It's all about just positioning and understanding the gap we need to fill with our own skill sets and our own network.
Love it.
And so that was the moment that we're like, we are just going to sell luxury real estate.
We're not picking up hammers. We're not cleaning floors.
We're done. We sold the rest of our projects.
Oh my gosh.
We still keep rentals, and that's still part of the long-term picture, but we don't fix and flip the same way we used to. We just want to create great experience for our clients. We want to sell amazing homes. We love new construction and development on the luxury price point, and that is where we pivoted our business. And that was the moment. It was on the bluff, looking at this $5 million listing, saying, hey, there's a better way to do this for us.
I love that you say it this way. However, I would say most people watching would probably say, well, that sounds great, but how do I go get that $5 million listing? So how would you say you got from flipping the Bremerton $400,000 property, whatever that was,
Yep.
to now doing luxury. Now, was that just because you have a great network? Because you kind of, the development side, you probably had a pretty good history already built. I mean, it wasn't from like just turning a page and saying, hey, $20 million, guy, let me just go sell, how did that go?
Right. I think that transition into a higher price point, you have to have the self-reflection. That's like, what is your actual skill set and your personality, and who do you actually want to work with, and who can you provide the best service to?
Sure.
Because there's so many niches in lending and in real estate.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to be the perfect fit for everybody.
Right.
And I think as you start to climb the price point, it's okay to just say, this is my sweet spot.
Right.
This is where I'm going to play ball.
Yeah.
Like, this is it. And so I think that's the first step, is like, what are your actual skill sets, and where's your sweet spot, right? For me, it was the creative finance, right? I was really good at seeing how to craft and architect a deal that nobody else saw. And so that is the niche in which I can provide value to builders and developers and higher end clients with more sophisticated, things going on.
Yeah.
It's like, how do we actually make a deal happen that other people can't see?
And you have that network that was built in, so then a higher end client can go to you and say, wow, that's valuable. This architect, or this person already. So that's amazing. I love that. Yeah. Okay. Now, tell me about, for kind of your business, 2025 has been an interesting year. You've seen many markets in your relative short amount of time that you've been kind of doing the more traditional stuff.
Yeah.
What do you see, anything you're excited about the rest of this year and into next year with your business, or any changes that you're looking to make?
Yeah, I think it's been very clear in the marketplace that, at least in the Pacific Northwest, we've moved from like a momentum-based market, right? Money was cheap. Everybody was trying to get into hard assets at those low interest rates. That was all just momentum. That was just, financially, it was very achievable to go buy properties at high price points. Now, we're in a very balanced market. Right? It's not a bad market. Everybody keeps saying that, and I really disagree. Right. I think we're just in a balanced market, which takes a different set of tools to transact real estate. And so, to me, I'm actually excited, because I think when those shifts happen, that's when you can differentiate yourself, either in service level, in creativity, in deal structure, in your prospecting, like whatever that thing is that you're good at, that's what you should be leaning into in a balanced market, because there's buyers. Right. There's buyers out there. I'm sure you've got a whole pile that are pre-approved and just not writing. Yeah.
No, you're exactly right.
So now it's just like, how can you actually position properties on the listing side, and how do you actually sell them on the buy side? And it's no longer based on momentum. It's based on skills. Yeah. And that's exciting to me, because it's where you can hone your craft. Right.
And you're not finding 8 different offers. You're not escalating. I mean, you're not waiving. It's exactly right. I think looking at anything as an opportunity and not a setback, I think, is number one, the great lesson to be had, for sure. Yeah. Well, Jacob, you've been an awesome guest. Any parting words for our guests, or anything you want to tell potential listing people or buyers, or any way that...
Yeah, I mean, I think for agents who are watching this, or mortgage or real estate, I think, just start celebrating your wins. Yeah. Even the small ones. Like, you have to build momentum when the markets change. And I think that's how you have fun when things are a little bit more challenging. It's like, you got to start celebrating every great call you had, every appointment that you set, every meetup like this, every piece of content. Like, start just celebrating, and it really starts building a much happier lifestyle. Yeah. Even when you're fighting for deals, right?
Great reminder, and something that even I could take to heart and say, gosh, like, celebrate our wins. That's such good advice.
We all have them. They just might be a little bit smaller right now.
Right. Yeah. Oh, well, you've been a great guest. Thank you, Jacob. So appreciate you for being on the show. Yeah. Thank you, guys.